When did we start the company? We started the company in 2012. It was a bit of a change of lifestyle thing for us because we originate from the northwest of England. So Manchester, probably tell by my accent, and then latterly Stockport. And the weather just killed us off. So we ended up moving to Cornwall, to North Cornwall where we are now with the kids. We've been here for 9 years. We started the company in 2012 as a general, covering all areas travel agency online. And then later on we've ended up specialising in river cruising once we'd come across how wonderful it is and how much we actually love it. The locations that we offer, I'm going to have to count them on my fingers so I don't forget any of the really important ones. Okay, so if we go further afield and then we'll work our way back. So if we're looking at Southeast Asia, we do the Mekong, which is Vietnam and Cambodia. That's a good time to go generally during our sort of winter months when their weather's good and not too hot, not too rainy. So you're going to see Cambodia and Vietnam and some of the sites are over there, and maybe pair it with Halong Bay and make that slightly longer tour. You could do China, so you can do the Yangtze, and again a longer tour in China itself, so taking places like Beijing and Shanghai. And then coming a bit further over, don't forget Egypt, of course, the Nile, say no more. Further over we can do Russia, so we would do St. Petersburg to Moscow. Again, that makes a longer, more rural cruise. That's a really special one. And then the heart of the modern river cruise market, which is Central and Eastern Europe and France. So we're looking at the Danube and the lower Danube, so you can go all the way down to the Black Sea, and you can also do the main Danube and then go up the Main and then up through the Rhine and up into northern Holland. So in effect, you could, if you started at one end and finished at the other end, sit on a river cruise for probably 3 weeks. Or you can split them all up and you'll see places like Budapest, like Vienna, like Amsterdam, like Strasbourg, some really beautiful places. Again, the heart of civilization in those areas, and you can see how they've grown and developed. Strasbourg especially, you can watch it grow from the sort of modern outskirts with the European Parliament building all the way into Le Petit France, which is the timbered buildings which have been there sort of 16th, 17th century. So it really does show how humans have evolved down the rivers. But then we're coming back into France, and we've got the Seine, which is around Paris and Normandy, and even going over to the landing beaches up in the north. Or we've got one of my favourites, Provence, and doing the Rhone and the Saône down there, and the beautiful light around Arles and the lavender at certain times of year. And then over to Bordeaux we can do as well, and around the Garonne. And the new kid on the block, which of course is Portugal, with the Douro River, which is a beautiful rural cruise and has some real little hidden gems like Lamego, which I had some lovely Prosecco there a couple of years ago. But there's some fewer ships there, so that's one that is very highly in demand, but not as much capacity as some of the other areas. So really, those are the main ones. There are smaller ones like the Loire that we can do as well, but all of those areas should keep you happy. We could probably even do a Mississippi River cruise as well, if you wanted to, but if it's a river and it's got a ship on it, then we'll be able to help you. River cruising is something that you need to speak to somebody, and that's what we're here for. So to book, you need to just ring us. The number's 0800 471 4754, and you'll either get to speak to me or you'll get to speak to Simeon, who's a bit camera shy, so you haven't seen him here. But it's really about talking through your requirements and then working out where we go from there. So we don't have a system where you can just click on a few buttons like people seem to like to do on the internet and then are not entirely sure what it is that they've booked. River cruising is not a cheap holiday, so we like to know that people really understand what it is that they're getting and what value they're getting for their money. So yeah, you do need to ring us or you can email us, but we do need to have that conversation, and I think you'll enjoy the process, because part of the joy of booking a holiday is to go through that finding and that excitement, and then knowing that that's really the holiday that you want to go on, and that you've made the right decision. And what we tend to find is that we end up with people doing that, and then a couple of days later their friends ring us and go, oh, this holiday you've sold to my friends, it sounds really good. Can we come too? Which is a great thing, because river cruising is really sociable, so it does work really well as a group of friends. Oh, I haven't mentioned that before, but if that was something you were thinking of doing, I can't recommend it enough, because it means that even the fidgety people in your party have something to do on a daily basis as well. So you don't always have to stick with each other, but there's loads of common areas that you can go and relax and have a drink and just really enjoy the experience. Anyway, as I've said before, I think the thing to do really is to give us a ring, and we'll do our best to find you the right river cruise holiday.